Tom Watson first to play. Corey, you were on Watson's team in '93, the last team to win overseas, last U.S. team at least. How important was that experience to you as you look forward to trying to do the same thing?
Well, you know, it's important to play overseas and just to participate. I was assistant under Tom Lehman over in Ireland as well, so I've been over there a couple times. I'd certainly like to change that record from 2010 being a time that we've won the Ryder Cup and not have to go back to '93. So it's something I know that's it's been a long time for us that we haven't won the Ryder Cup over there, and it'd be an awful nice place to win.
This man captained the 2009 U.S. President's Cup team, and he's also making his debut this week. Fred Couples, have you been surprised by his scores so far?
Nothing surprises me with Fred. You know, he always says he never practices, but he's out there every day probably practicing. You know, you never know what's going on with him. But he's so smooth, and his rhythm really takes him through, you know, a lot of his game. And, you know, if he gets the putter going, he can beat anybody, and that's just a bomb right there. That's a long drive.
Water, you all right?
Well, Corey, we appreciate you spending some time with us. Congratulations on joining the Champions Tour. We're glad to see you out here, and we'll see you down the road.
Okay, it's my pleasure to be out here, trust me.
Corey Pavin finishes the week in a tie for 12th place at 10 under par. We're tied at the top. Fred Couples and Tom Watson coming down the stretch.
Hi, I'm Fred Couples, and did you know the average humpback whale eats 800 pounds of food a day?
Welcome back to the Mitsubishi Electric Championship here at Hualalai. Just a moment ago, Tom Watson second to 16.
Well, that was an 8-iron from 142 yards. Hole location just 7 paces over that left-hand side bunker.
Good at time.
Advantage Watson. Next to play now, Fred Couples.
He has driven the ball beautifully here on this backside. Just a wedge again, 118 yards.
You're right.
Look at the two of them. 2 birdie attempts there, both 20 under, 3 clear of the field as we go to number 18.
And Hale Irwin. This for par. It'll be his first top 5 finish in 3 years.
He really set the standard for winning out here. In '97, he won 9 times on the Champions Tour.
Coming up tomorrow night, an all-new season of The Golf Fix. Michael Breed returns to bring you instruction that's going to help your game. We've got a brand new studio, and it's all designed to help you play better golf. Don't miss the season premiere of The Golf Fix, Monday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, only on Golf Channel. Now back live at the 18th, Marco Mira for birdie. Needs this to go to shoot even par today.
It seemed like he was a little frustrated with his putting there. You could hit a good putt at 17, couldn't get it to go in. Yeah, finally.
Ends on a positive note. 72 around here in these conditions must feel like about 7 over. To 16.
As we take a look, 17 off to the left there. 2 players on 16, the final pairing, Watson and Couples, both at 20 under. Freddie will be first to play.
Kind of, I was going to say, Billy Ray, it's kind of match play from here on out. These 2 guys at 20 under, 3 clear of everyone else.
Yeah, you read my mind. It's these guys are going head to head, and it's almost like first in wins. You know, Freddie puts this in, puts a lot of pressure on Tom.
Last time they were paired together back in 2003 at the Open Championship. Tom Watson finished tied for 18th. Couples tied for 46th. They played the first 2 rounds together. Sandy Lyle played alongside the 2 of them. Billy Ray, will Watson get any kind of a read being on the opposite side of the hole from Fred? Couples looking at his putt here.
Well, he's done a nice job of he and Joe LaCava of reading the greens here this week. It's obviously his debut out here on the Champions Tour. The key, I think, is that the greens here are so good, and the grain isn't your typical Bermuda green grain. It doesn't control the ball as much as it would on a lot of different golf courses. So he didn't have to learn a whole lot, but still, he's really read them very well.
This course has the lowest putts per round and putts per green in regulation on the Champions Tour, at least last year. 20 putts today through 15 holes. Couples back on top. One more look from another angle.
From the hole. Go.
He's a crowd favorite. Now to tie, Tom Watson. Last time they went extra holes 5 years ago, Dana Quigley won. Tom Watson, runner-up. But this now to join Fred Couples at 21 under par. Just creases the edge. 2 holes remaining at the Mitsubishi Electric Championship. 1-shot lead for that man, Fred Couples, trying to win his debut on the Champions Tour.
The cornerstone of the magnificent piece of property known as Hualalai is the 243-room Four Seasons Resort. The AAA 5-diamond property is fronted by the gorgeous blue waters of the Pacific, home in the winter months to the majestic humpback whales.
Welcome back to magnificent Hualalai, one of the most drop-dead gorgeous par 3s in the entire world here at 17, and Fred Couples now has taken a 1-shot lead over Tom Watson. There's the hole location, back left corner.
And Mark, with that 1-shot lead, you do not want any part of the back location at all.
How the world has changed. I can't imagine Jack Nicklaus 20 years ago would have thought that 20 years later Tom Watson and Fred Couples would be playing this hole that he had just designed like this. Danger left for Freddie. This is 7-iron.
171. Really not much of a breeze at all.
Bite.
It did. With a 1-shot lead, Billy Ray, you can play the hole a little differently than if you were 1 behind, I think.
I guarantee you that was pretty much exactly where he was looking. Maybe 5 feet to the left of that, but he did not want to bring that lob into play. And now Watson, on the other hand, Mark, I think he really has to try to attack this flag stick.
He's got a 6-iron. That'll get him back there.
It definitely will. Oh, good looking shot in the air.
There it is. Tom Watson with a chance at 17.
Thank you.
We've got a dandy going on at Hualalai. Tom Watson with a chance to tie Fred Couples at 17 when we come back. Well, here's the situation. Fred Couples with a one-shot lead. Let's take a look at some of Fred's highlights. This for birdie at 12.
He eagled 10, and this bomb at 12 for birdie.
And a birdie at 15. Birdie at 16. This to take the lead.
Hitting quality iron shots as well.
And now we go live to the 17th.
And this a long birdie attempt. He would be plenty happy with 2 putts here. If it falls in, that's just a bonus.
I like
Watson,
that.
of course, much shorter.
I like his play off the tee, though, Mark. I think that was conservative, but a smart play. Going to force Watson to make a putt.
Okay.
Freddie.
Fred did his part of the job.
Okay.
He will go ahead and mark.
You know, earlier in the week when you talked to him, he said, I know I'm good enough to still win. He said, if I putt good, I should have a chance to win, out here on the Champions Tour right away.
That's what he wants to do. When I asked him whether he'd rather have a couple of top 10s on the PGA Tour or win on the Champions Tour, he said, no doubt, win here. Watson to tie. What a 2, and what a time to make it.
Just game on, isn't it?
Incredible. The answer men, both of them.
Well, this is just some brilliant golf. Watson's now 6 under on his round. Fred Couples is 8 under on his round.
It's amazing just sitting here watching this. Kurt, it's easy to forget you're watching the Champions Tour. It's like this is as good a golf as you would see on any tour,
Absolutely.
anywhere.
Absolutely.
At the 18th, Michael Allen with his second. Michael battling for second place.
Tough back left hole location. And your main concern here at 18 is, first of all, to put the ball in the fairway, but you'd love to get it down there as far as you can. Good shot there for Michael Allen. Michael Allen says he's going back and play more PGA Tour golf, where he's still exempt this year, than he is Champions Tour golf.
Michael also played last week at the Sony Open, tied for 25th. And now Tom Lehman.
Well, this is a huge drive, a little better angle than Allen had. Good pin back there, flagstick for Tom Lehman. His typical draw didn't happen that time.
Lehman's 4 under on his round. It's not going to be good enough. Began the day 3 shots off the lead. One more look. Tom Watson's birdie putt at 17 to draw even with Fred Couples with 1 hole left to play.
Yeah, smiling. He loves it.
Good crowd on hand today to watch these two do battle. They all head to the 18th.
Everybody wants to have a word with him on the way over there. No doubt encouraging Watson to birdie that last hole.
And that's one of the things that Fred Couples is going to bring to this tour. I mean, he is such a fan favorite. He's going to put people in the grandstands.
Well, 18's not a long, overly difficult par 4. It's 410 yards, but Couples has been hitting 3-wood off this tee. Watson's been hitting driver. Fairly wide fairway, kind of moves from right to left, dogleg to the left. Most importantly, put the ball in the fairway where you can have a clean lie and spin the ball. So
32-4 left, yes.
You can attack that flagstick in the back left. Right over the middle of that bunker behind him there in the fairway. That's his line. Like a machine.
He has been automatic all day.
Oops.
Well, he's going to miss that fairway, though.
Oh, boy. Now, that'll be tougher to control coming out of the rough. He'll have to be a little more careful because of that lie.
The way he bent over and picked up that tee, it was
Yeah.
like he hit it right down the middle.
Yeah. I wonder if the adrenaline didn't increase his driving distance a little.
I'm sorry?
He didn't hit too bad a shot there.
No. He was certainly more right than he wanted to go. Well, no, I know what you're saying. No, but I'm just saying that's. Okay. What's the wind going? I think the wind's here. Going at that pole in the background.
Three-wood again for Couples. Yeah. That is really well done, and a little bit of an advantage now for Fred Couples because he's in the fairway.
At the 18th, Tom Lehman to finish with a birdie. This could get him into a tie for third place. Back to the 18th now, Michael Allen for birdie.
He's in solo third right now. Yeah, that's where he'll finish.
66 today, but not going to be enough.
3 straight 66s.
Mr. Consistency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be, I'm pretty sure, advantage Couples here. And there's just no way that Watson can really definitely control that ball coming out of that light rough. And it's not necessarily a deep lie. It's just that you can't spin it enough to really know how far it's going to go. He's going to have to probably land it middle of the green and let it, you know, race back to the hole. Couples, on the other hand, you know, the way he's going and his iron shots here in the last few holes have all been right at the flagstick. He is going to be able to spin his ball and control it.
Now with Watson, these new grooves, this new rule, will that play a factor with this shot?
There's no doubt. I think you could be a little more aggressive last year with the old grooves, the non-conforming grooves. These new grooves just aren't going to, they say, especially from the light rough, it's somewhere like 30 to 50% less spin out of the light rough. So it's going to have an effect on it.
Of course, Tom Watson has been playing these types of grooves for much of his career. See how he can do from the rough here at the 54th hole.
He's got a decent angle. I mean, he's far enough down there where at least he has a little bit of an angle. Doesn't have to come in over those bunkers so much on the left side of the green. This.
That worked out pretty well.
Shot. That is unbelievably good.
Pressure now is on Fred Couples.
Boy, can you say that again.
You got it.
I think I just heard Fred say 127 hole, so this is just a comfortable pitching wedge for him, and with that ball up there close of Watson, he has to attack this flagstick. He has to believe that Watson's going to make birdie.
Fred will have a good look at birdie.
Well, he could certainly put some pressure on Watson by making it first, and Watson would be left with that knee-knocking 4-footer.
What a shot by Tom Watson out of the rough. It's all going to come down to the putter for those two. Well, here's what's coming up next week on tour. The PGA Tour plays the Farmers Insurance Open. Phil Mickelson will make his 2010 debut in San Diego. Champions Tour is off until we reconvene in Naples in a couple of weeks. Nationwide Tour plays the Michael Hill New Zealand Open. You can see that right here on Golf Channel. Another look at Watson from the rough at 18.
Just a short iron, but unbelievably well judged. Knew there wouldn't be spin.
Very appreciative crowd. Why wouldn't they be? They've retreated to quite a show today between those two guys.
This has been some great entertainment. I mean, every shot, I mean, it just seems like every hole they were attacking flag sticks and making the putts when they needed them.
Here's how those two players rank in terms of putting average this week. Tom Watson is tied for first this week. Fred Couples is fourth. Both guys putting it well, which is usual for guys that are leading the golf tournament.
It is. I mean, just think about how well that stat would look if, how good that stat would look if Watson had not missed a few short ones this week. This putt's going to break a little bit to the left side of the green, and I looked at it earlier today, and I hit a couple putts from about that area that Fred's going to hit this, and to me it almost seemed like it braked a little bit. It broke a little bit more to the left than I thought it was going to, and I'll be really interested to see what Fred sees here. It looks really flat, but there's some grain in the back left part of this green, and it's headed to the left side.
It's been 101 events since Fred Couples last won. That came at the 2003 Shell Houston Open. If he's going to win his first Champions Tour event, he may just need to make this putt.
Well, he's done just about everything he could do. He's 8 under par today. He started the day at 13 under. He's now 21. Just a touch more speed, and that ball goes right in the middle.
So Tom Watson will now have a putt for the win. And we were talking before the show, what if it came down to a short putt for Tom Watson to win? And that's exactly what he's facing.
He just, you know, at this point, I think, you know, just go back to the old days when he used to hit these putts so hard it seemed like the ball flew in the back of the hole.
Lucky number 13. 13 wins on the Champions Tour now for Tom Watson in dramatic fashion. Tom Watson birdies the last 2 holes. beats Fred Couples. I'll show you now our Mitsubishi Electric shot of the tournament. And it doesn't go back too far. Tom Watson second to the 18th from the light rough.
Yeah, this really won him the tournament right here. Judged it great coming out of that rough.
Then he stepped up and made the putt.